So we're using the T-pegs to educate the stroke length. You've got to travel back to the first T-peg quicker and then feel like you're almost decelerating rather than over-accelerating to the second T-peg. Off you go. So that one, we actually got travelling a bit faster on the way back, so the rate of acceleration was better on the backstroke, so it goes a bit deeper here, which helps at the latter part of the stroke, rather than being a little bit short on the acceleration here. So I want to do a follow-up video to the acceleration profile video that I just recently posted. This is just go a little bit deeper into it. So this is actually my acceleration profile, which really isn't very good. So on the system here, the shape quality is 0 on some of these. So my shape quality has traditionally been quite low because my backstroke is typically quite slow, and then I end up having to accelerate the putter late and quite sharply, and sometimes that makes it difficult for me to get the sort of 0 acceleration coming back into impact. So what we see here is as the putter works back, the acceleration, or how much the putter's accelerating away from the target or in the backstroke here, doesn't really get deep enough here, so then end up with quite almost a flat spot in the backstroke here. So this is moving quite slow really on the way back. Then as we get to inversion, which is the change of direction, still very much that way, and then I have to accelerate at the latter part of the stroke. Then I'm trying to put the brakes on quite sharply to get back to this almost 0 acceleration coming into impact. So ideally when you get to impact with the ball when putting, you're looking for this 0 acceleration. So the white line here, this would be 0 acceleration, which means the putter's still moving at whatever speed, it might be 1 mile an hour, half mile an hour, 2 miles an hour, but it's not accelerating to 5 miles an hour, 10 miles an hour. So the putter's moving perhaps at a constant speed, but it's not accelerating. So the advantage of that is that the ball speed, or how fast the ball rolls off the face, is going to be far more controllable. So what you typically see with someone who has a is short on acceleration on the way back and has got quite a sharp spike of acceleration at the latter part of the stroke, and then again tries to put the brakes on late, is they can struggle with distance control, sometimes too fast, or hitting the ball too far and then too short, and particularly fast greens they tend to struggle with. So if we skip to a couple of more recent strokes of mine here, now this shape quality is much better. So I'm getting a little bit deeper here. We're starting to follow this green line, which would be the ideal line here, this curved green line, closer, and then I'm getting back to this 0 acceleration much more often. And the timing pattern that I have to use to achieve this. So if you've had a concept of taking the putter back slow and then accelerating through the strike, you've probably got a very similar acceleration profile or pattern to me. And if you do struggle with distance control, then this would certainly be worth trying. I mean, backstroke length, follow through strength obviously play into this as well, but specifically to do with the acceleration profile, if you take it back slow and accelerate on the way through, ideally what you'd be looking to do, or how you'd improve that, would be the putter would need to travel back faster, change direction, which basically means when it goes from backstroke into downstroke quicker, and on the way down you've got to take your foot off the gas almost as soon as you can, so the putter's almost coasting into impact or strike with the ball. So I call it fast, fast, slow. So it feels like, personally, it feels like I'm going back fast, I'm changing direction really fast. Then from there it feels, again, I'm taking the foot off the accelerator, I'm almost decelerating into impact, and that gives me this much better acceleration profile and rate of acceleration coming into strike. Okay, I hope there's a few interesting points here for you, and this may help you. Any questions, please fire them in.